What's going on, guys? Chase Ghost Picks Against the Spread. GhostPicksATS.com coming to you for Saturday, March 16th. And man, is it beautiful outside. It has been a rainy, nasty, wet, disgusting, cold winter. And to wake up early this morning, obviously the time's changed, so it's, not getting truly daylight till about 8 a.m. So got up, it was still dark. About the time I get home from getting a cup of coffee, the sun's out and it is bright and it is going to be a big day. I unfortunately am I'm going to be spending most of it right here in front of the computer, and it's only because the next 2 days are absolutely pivotal in building money up for my clients that are just now tuning in with me for college basketball, going into what's going to be the big tournaments. And I've got a lot of work in baseball to do. We've got some NASCAR work to do. So it's going to be a big day. Actually texting Jimmy right now. And going to be a big NHL day. So let's go over the card for yesterday real quick, and then we'll get into some stuff. Yesterday, free play. San Antonio Spurs, 13.5, easy winner. Free plays have been on absolute fire. I mean, absolute fire. And the NBA has been on absolute fire. Now, yesterday was a rare day where we took a push. We took a push because the Bulls and the Clippers, we had them under 229. The under was playing to the pace of it the entire game until the fourth quarter. The fourth quarter, both teams went out there and really lit it up offensively, especially from three-point range. And there was quite a bit of fouls within the last 3 to 4 minutes. So obviously that doesn't help an under at all. But I liked that play. We were on it all day, and it just didn't come through. But we had the Spurs as a premium play. It was on the card, and that was a big winner there. Free plays, like I said, have been on fire. NBA, some of the best around. Yesterday in hockey, we took Calgary on the puck line, minus 110. They ended up winning 5-1, and we took the over. We took over 6, and that was a push. So 1-1 and 1-1. And then we had another push. So basically we had a split day overall yesterday, but it wasn't bad because we had some big plays. Yesterday we had Kansas State, which ended up losing by 1 point. 1 point. They were catching 3, and they ended up losing by 4. That was a heartbreaking loss because I really liked Kansas State in that spot. And to be honest with you, for what Kansas State's done, even though I'm certainly not a fan of the team, I favor Kansas if I'm going to have to pick a team in the Big 12 to actually root for. But I've been really impressed by K-State this year, throughout the year. Their defense, their offense, their rhythm, the way they play as a team. I've really enjoyed watching them, so I was rooting for them. I was rooting for them to not only cover the spread and win this game, but I was rooting for them to win the Big 12. So that didn't come through. And then we had, excuse me. Oh, that's not, Jimmy's freaking. Lot of NHL information going on right now, guys. Potential big day. Sorry, we're getting off track. So, Kansas State loser. Then we had Kentucky. That was a winner. Kentucky's got a big game today against Tennessee. That's going to be their third meeting of the season. Just like yesterday, North Carolina had their third meeting against Duke. And I'm going to be honest with you. Anybody can say whatever they want about Duke, North Carolina. Duke played good yesterday. Duke won yesterday, but they won by 1 point. There were some questionable calls. There should have been a flagrant foul right there in the first half where Kobe White had kind of fell down right below the basket, and a Duke player literally just fell on top of him, and it was blatantly obvious. It was on purpose. Even the Duke fans in the crowd, when they kind of they panned out over the crowd, they were laughing, knowing that it was intentional, because Duke has a history of bringing dirty players through. Shane Battier's, J.J. Redick played dirty when he played there. Grayson Allen, who's going to inevitably end up getting his ass beat one day. So Duke has a history of that. And Mike Krzyzewski, who I like to think is above that, has a history of turning his eye to it. North Carolina's the better team, guys, with or without Zion. Duke won yesterday, but they had to play lights out of their minds to go out there and win that game by a point. Zion goes off the court smiling. He went out there as if it was like just being cocky, as if like, oh, now you know if I would have been here the last 2 games, we wouldn't have lost. Bro, I'm going to be honest with you. First game, could have been there not with the shoe issue. North Carolina would have trounced you, as they did. Second game at Chapel Hill, you've never played in an environment like that. So to say that you were going to go into Chapel Hill and you were going to be the difference maker, I don't believe so. I congratulate Duke on winning. I believe now Duke has got the best shot to win the ACC championship, in my opinion, with the motivation and behind probably the most electric player in college basketball. One of the most athletic that I've ever seen. But North Carolina's going to go back to Chapel Hill now, get a little bit of rest, refocus, and you're going to watch Roy Williams take his boys into the tournament and make a run, and hopefully a deep run. So that was the day yesterday. Who else went down yesterday? Big games. Minnesota ended up winning and taking down a Big Ten favorite. We had Virginia go down to Florida State, and I actually put out a wager to all of the Ghost Picks team when a lot of them, you know, a month or so back were really, we were all riding Virginia, and we were making a lot of money off of them. And don't get me wrong, Virginia is beyond impressive. But I made a wager, and I said, I'll make a $500 bet to any of you that North Carolina makes it farther in the tournament than Virginia. It doesn't matter if one gets beat in the first round or the next one. All I say is that Virginia will be eliminated and North Carolina will still be there no matter what round it's in. I say that North Carolina makes it farther than Virginia. Nobody has accepted my challenge yet, and the Ghost Picks team, we'll see if somebody does. Trying to get Dimes and Jimmy to get in on some of that. So we'll see what happens. So excited for the big dance. What else we got going on today? Jimmy, huge NHL Red Alert caliber play of the month. Make sure you go get it at ghostpicksats.com. I'll drop a link on Twitter as well, and I believe it is the drop down. Benny, UFC card. They're over in London today, I believe. Again, I don't know anything about it. I just know that I bought it, and I realized that, holy shit, there's 1 o'clock matches. So I've already placed some wagers there to make money in the UFC, so make sure you go jump on his UFC card over at the website. Go follow him at Benny Bistro on Twitter to get his link. Go follow Jimmy on Twitter at GhostPicksATS. Derek Dimes at Derek Dimes, at Jack Ghost Picks ATS. Go follow all the guys. As far as that goes, I believe that wraps it up. NASCAR tomorrow, if you want to jump on the big top NASCAR play, $49.99. That card will be available tomorrow. You can purchase today, and you will get the plays directly from me. We already have the matchup set that we like, that my handicapper likes, but obviously the odds and lines will not be released until very, very early overnight or in the early morning hours tomorrow, 8, 9 o'clock. Once that comes out, me and Patrick always sit down for a meeting, and basically I just go through and pick value. He is the mastermind behind picking the matchups and the drivers, and I'm the one that is the money behind it, you know, going out there and looking for value within the line. So we'll send that out tomorrow. You want the NASCAR season, every play that we release, $4.99. That's on the website as well. And I really think that's it. I don't think there's anything else going on as far as big specials go. I know Jimmy's going to release, I think, a 20% off my MLB season coming up for any last minute people that want to jump on my MLB package. Speaking of MLB, I've been reading the Atlanta Braves media guide. And what this is an official media guide that your journalists and announcers and everybody up in the booths at the games will have to get all their information on players, stats, records, power rankings, you know, just any type of information you could ever want on this player. And this is not just for the current Braves roster. This is for everybody in their farm system, every minor league team, everything. Getting one of these is like getting gold. You can't just go buy one of these. You have to have someone within the broadcasting organization that can get you one. Being that I've got friends that work within the organization, they got me one. Plus, I spent a lot of time studying it last year because the Braves were one of my, that was a prediction that I made third week of the season that they would be the sleeper team and make it all the way to win the NL East. People thought I was absolutely insane, but they did it, and I proved everybody wrong. This year, I have a feeling the Braves are going to be a team that I focus on very heavily. I focus on every team But last year, as far as teams that stand out above the rest that I play more often than not, whether fade or favor, and teams that I really zone in on, the Atlanta Braves were probably, I mean, besides the Cubs, just because I'm a huge fan and I know everything about the team, I would say Atlanta was probably one of my most studied teams. And then I spent a lot of time studying the Oakland Athletics, a lot of time studying Boston Red Sox, really weren't hard to study. And then I spent a lot of time studying the New York Yankees and as well as the Seattle Mariners. So very diverse in that. Cannot wait for the start of Major League Baseball. I think that's it. Let's jump on a free play. A couple of them. We are going to go, I like Yale today, minus 10.5 over Princeton. Princeton obviously doesn't just have issues on the court not being able to score. There's a lot of locker room banner going back and forth. There's issues within the coaching staff. There's a lot of media presence surrounding Princeton as to what's going to happen. They cannot run plays together. They're really, really bad on offense. And sometimes you wonder if Princeton's even wanting to try, or if coaches and or players are trying to make a statement that they want certain individuals gone. So a lot of drama within Princeton, not to mention Yale's just flat out the better team. I've said it 1,000 times, I hate Ivy League. I'm not a big fan of betting on it, but sometimes when the opportunity presents itself, you just got to ride with it. So free play, I'm going to take Yale, and I am going to take them minus 10.5 as a free play. And I'm going to give you another lean here. Let me look at the current line. Davidson minus 2.5. I like Davidson. If I really can't say which game I really like more as of yet. I'm going to break these games, further down, and one of them is probably going to end up on my card. But there's two free plays for you. Yale minus 10.5, Davidson minus 2.5. We're going to have a big NBA play today, at least one big NHL play, and at least one very big college basketball play. We've been flat betting plays the past 2 days. We haven't stepped out on anything, but it's worked out really well, because over the past 2 days, there's been a nice chunk of profit made in the last 48 hours, flat betting across the board. So any questions, guys, shoot me an email, chase.ghostpicksats@gmail.com, and I'll get you linked up with whatever you want, merchandise, packages, questions answered, whatever you want. Let's go out there and have a big, big day. Jump on the Red Alert, jump on Benny's UFC package, and let's go out there and hammer another day, guys. I love you. I mean it. Even you trolls who, I don't know, I guess one of you is just really, really butthurt over something, and pretty petty. So keep doing what you're doing, buddy, and I can promise you I can make life very, very difficult on YouTube, because you're going to talk shit about me and go out here and make stupid little comments and everything when I haven't said anything about you. I haven't brought your name up. So if you're really wanting to step out on YouTube and do something, just do your thing, man. More power to you. I wish you all the best of luck. But if the first thing you're going to do after you post a video is blatantly come to my channel and make a snarky little comment, and as if you really think that it affects me, this is a two-way street, brother. And I've got all the proof in the world of what went down last time, of you saying absolutely false things about me, and I didn't even watch your videos. It was brought up to me by clients who watched the videos, and it's like, wait a minute, he said he lost this play. I'm watching the video, he won it. And then not even paying attention to the premium or top tier records, and going out there and, and making people think that I was being dishonest when I had all the proof right there. So I'm not going to say any names. It's not worth saying, but I'm just saying, I'm just making it known. I don't like to bring up people. I don't like to bring up drama, but you start it, I'll finish it. Good luck. God bless. Grind on. Let's go get it, guys.